Welcome back to the Lucky Labo YouTube channel. It's been quite a while. I was looking at the data on YouTube and I haven't uploaded in several months. So, what has been happening and what is up? So, first and foremost, the S13 is out of commission. We are making some revisions to the setup. Originally, I had it set with an HKS GT3 RS Turbo D-Max manifold that sounds amazing. We also had the Gredi Plenum, factory ECU, Z32 MAF, very classic setup. You know, I drove it around for about a month or two, did some daily type stuff, did some spirited driving. It felt great, you know, we got it dialed in and I just, you know, the power band wasn't there for me. So this is the S13 build in its final form. As you can see, it's been repainted. Interior is all sorted out. We have the green LEDs. We have the boost gauge oil pressure. We have some Lucky Labo cup holders. Full 180SX kooky or Kogi seats, front and rear. As we go back, obviously wingless. We have the AVS VS6 16-inch wheels with Bridgestone RE71Rs. It's been very good to me so far. Engine bay, we have a Gredi Plenum. We actually had a lot of trouble with the throttle bracket. We ended up with this one from Excessive Motorsport. Basically, Gredi will tell you to put an S14 throttle pulley on it, but actually what you need to use is the OEM S13 with this bracket. It just makes the most sense. You don't get to use this mounting point, but functionality wise, this is the best. So we have a HPI radiator, Nismo, new logo cap. We have a hybrid S13, S14 valve cover, and the reason we do that is the baffling is just better, so the blow-by is mitigated by that. We have 10 AN fittings on here that go into this Toge factory vented catch can. We have a Nismo fuel pressure regulator. We have Nismo injectors. ARC oil cap, ARC intake, mated to a Z32 MAF, and then the Gredi induction pipe. Attached to that is an HKS GT3 RS Turbo, which is down there. We have a D-Max manifold that has been turning all kinds of colors, which is great. Gredi front mount intercooler, spec LS. Yeah, so that's it. don't worry about the smoke in that last shot. It's cold today. It's about 40 degrees where I live in Arkansas. So this is the first time I'm actually driving the car in weather that's not about 80 degrees. Boost weather, bro. Boost weather. Boost weather. So what we're doing now, I'll show you. So what we're doing now is a more OEM style approach. I went back to the long runner intake, you know, despite being kind of a nightmare to service, it does provide the added low down, low end torque needed for these engines. Especially if you're going to a slightly larger turbo, you're gonna need that initial response. We do have the OEM S13 valve cover. We're switching from the S13.4 hybrid cover. Going with just the generic Nissan oil cap. I think this is kind of a cool look and I wanna bring it back, just the simplicity. We are no longer using this D-Max manifold. It was actually causing me a lot of headaches because while it looks beautiful and it sounds beautiful, this is actually meant for an S14 SR. And I didn't think that would matter at first, but if you look at this crankcase vent on the block, the angle at which this comes out to meet this T actually interferes with the runner here. So we were getting a lot of contact in this area for any hoses that we would put on there for the crankcase vent. And it is absolutely important to have that vent hooked up. We did have it routed to a bung here on the other valve cover, but any which way besides bending this, which I probably would never do, it wouldn't fit. So it was causing issues there. That's number one reason why I wanted to start the revision. And then number two, I wasn't able to get any sort of intercooler piping that would work and then have a closing hood. So what we're doing now is we're going back to the stock log type manifold, which has been proven through different flow tests that I've seen to be, you know, among the best flow. It doesn't have the best sound, of course, but I think we're going to prioritize power delivery rather than sound now. Obviously, you know, SRs have that classic sound with the tubular, but we're gonna go with this. So yeah, gonna be simplifying this car, making it more OEM style with the, you know, OEM manifold. I was going to do an S15 turbo, but I do have some news a little bit later on in this video that will reveal what I will be using for this car. It's gonna be very spicy. Before we get into anything, I want to wash the S13 for the first time. So I have been driving this car around quite a bit since we got the engine all sorted and everything put together. It's not dirty, I would say, but it can definitely use a nice wash. one more surprise that we have. Here it is. 2004 350Z Enthusiast Edition. This was purchased from an older couple who had it since 2008. So it's been in one person's possession, and they were, like I said, older, so they didn't really do too much to it, but it's got the gray interior option. Red over gray, as I've learned, is actually pretty rare. There was only 179 made in that model year. So kind of cool. This will be a project car for my wife. She's going to be learning to drive manual so that she can enjoy some of these type of cars. So we'll be doing some builds here and there, updates on the YouTube channel and our Instagram. Here it is. The only issues are really with the paint. You can see there's some hail dents on the roof and on the hood. Other than that, you know, it's just some minor cosmetic stuff. I drove this 3 hours yesterday on the highway and on some back roads, and it did beautifully. Suspension feels great, steering feels great. They kept the alignment up, the brakes work perfectly, all of the electronics on the inside function. It's great, great car. It's nice to have something that's unmodified and a great platform to start. So very excited about this. You'll be seeing more of it soon. Here's our new Z. There's Quincy in there getting acclimated. She's not able to drive standard right yet, but she's learning. How do you feel, babe? Clutch in. Some gas. Very nice. All right, downshift to second.
Second.
Yep, brake and then turn. Awesome. And then slow down a little bit and go into first.
You said not to go first.
I did, but we got it. Any thoughts on driving a manual?